It's a pleasure to have you here. A fresh dimension has emerged in the ongoing debate surrounding Nigerians recently evacuated from South Africa, following comments by political scientist Dr. Fagbemi, who revealed that some of the returnees had overstayed their visas, while others allowed their travel documents to expire without renewal. The revelation comes amid growing concerns over the treatment of Nigerians and other African migrants in South Africa, where allegations of xenophobia, intimidation, discrimination, and violence have continued to generate outrage across the continent. According to Dr. Fagbemi, while some of the Nigerians evacuated under the federal government intervention program may have breached immigration regulations by overstaying their visas or failing to renew necessary documentation, such circumstances should never be used to justify discrimination, abuse, or attacks against them. His remarks have reignited conversations about the complex reality faced by African migrants abroad, particularly in South Africa, where tensions surrounding immigration, unemployment, and economic competition have repeatedly sparked hostility towards foreign nationals. The issue has become especially significant following the recent return of hundreds of Nigerians who describe horrific experiences ranging from harassment and extortion to violent attacks and economic exclusion. Many of the returnees claim that they were targeted simply because they were foreigners, while others allege that local authorities often fail to protect them when incidents occurred. Dr. Fagbemi's comments introduced an important distinction into the discussion. On one hand, immigration laws exist in every sovereign nation and are expected to be respected by both citizens and foreigners. Visitors who overstay visas or fail to maintain valid documentation may face legal consequences under the laws of the host country. On the other hand, immigration violations do not remove a person's fundamental human rights. They do not justify violence, discrimination, intimidation, or the denial of dignity. This is the central point that Dr. Fagbemi sought to emphasize. According to him, regardless of whether some migrants had documentation issues, they remained human beings deserving of lawful treatment and protection. He stressed that immigration enforcement should occur through legal procedures and not through mob actions, intimidation campaigns, or xenophobic attacks. The debate has exposed two separate but interconnected issues. The first concerns compliance with immigration regulations by migrants living abroad. The second concerns the responsibility of governments and societies to ensure that foreigners are treated fairly and protected from violence regardless of their legal status. Many observers believe both issues must be addressed honestly. While migrants are expected to obey the laws of their host countries, governments also have a duty to prevent discrimination and ensure that law enforcement agencies operate within legal and humanitarian standards. For many Nigerians who returned home, the issue goes beyond paperwork. They describe an environment where fear became part of daily life. Some claim they were repeatedly targeted by criminals, while others allege they face hostility simply because of their nationality. Several returnees have spoken publicly about businesses they abandoned, investment they lost, and families they were forced to leave behind. Others say they returned with little more than the clothes they were wearing, uncertain about how they will rebuild their lives in Nigeria. The controversy has also generated broader questions about migration across Africa. Millions of Africans live and work outside their countries of birth, contributing to economies throughout the continent. Many believe that stronger cooperation between African governments is needed to address migration challenges while protecting the rights of citizens living abroad. Critics argue that xenophobic attacks undermine the vision of African unity and regional integration promoted by organizations such as the African Union and the African Continental Free Trade Area. They warn that hostility towards fellow Africans weakens economic cooperation and damages relationship between nations. Supporters of stricter immigration enforcement maintain that countries have the right to regulate who enters and remains within the borders. However, they also acknowledge that enforcement must occur through lawful institutions rather than violence or discrimination. As discussions continue, Dr. Fagbemi's remarks serve as a reminder that two truths can exist simultaneously. Some migrants may have failed to regularize their immigration status, yet they still deserve protection under the law. Immigration violations should be addressed by legal authorities, not by vigilante groups or xenophobic campaigns. The challenge for African leaders moving forward will be finding a balance between enforcing immigration laws and protecting the dignity, safety and rights of all people living within their borders. Until that balance is achieved, stories of displacement, fear and broken dreams may continue to emerge from communities where migrants seek opportunities beyond their home countries. For many of the Nigerians who have returned home, however, the focus is no longer on South Africa. Their attention is now on rebuilding their lives, reconnecting with their families, and finding new opportunities in Nigeria, whether they left voluntarily or under difficult circumstances. Their experiences have become part of a larger conversation about migration, citizenship, and human dignity in modern Africa. Share your views in the comments and join the conversation. I'm Chidera Isom. Thank you for watching.